Good Saturday afternoon, friends. I hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to make this very brief because I don't want to see any of the people that I care about preyed upon. And I know that people that have caring, giving hearts could possibly be used in situations like this. So I'll just get to the point. I knew this day would come, and it's apparently a bad day for Mistah T. And he's been exposed all the way around. And, Mark, you never cared about anybody. And I knew you didn't. You don't care about your own wife. If you do, you would have never said the things that you've said about your own wife. So I knew that you didn't care about anybody else. But now he's saying that his wife has left him. Funny, didn't we hear this about 2 months ago? And how he didn't have anything but the clothes on his back, and if anybody wanted to hit him up with some money. Yeah, I think this is like a rerun of what was a couple of months ago, and I now believe that that was probably all just a big scam to see if he couldn't get money. And as Kimberly Starr said, they play good cop, bad cop off each other. See, all the women that went to Mark's, like Lisa and Kimberly, and even that Les White, people like that, all talk to Tracy on the phone. So, see, she keeps everything smoothed over for the things that her husband does. I'd meant to mention this yesterday, and I just got busy doing other things, but after Kimberly was on yesterday morning with Lisa and said she was done, wasn't going to be involved anymore, Tracy came in and said this, and it was the real Tracy because I checked the little thingamajig there. She said, respectfully, I'll be providing proof to Kimberly's scam and lies. It may take a moment to get it all together, but wait for it. Well, we still waiting here because I haven't seen anything like that, but you know what I have seen? I have seen receipts where she has super chatted Mistah T hundreds of dollars just in the last several weeks. So I highly doubt she was trying to scam any of you out of anything. It's just another lie. Just like Mark said this morning, I happened to be listening to one of his things from last night that someone had told me to listen to, and he said that his doctor said that he was 100% disabled, which that's hogwash, and we all know it, because if anybody can sit up 24 hours and sit on his ass on a sofa, running a stream on YouTube, and jumping up and down and all the antics that he does, he could get a job. He just doesn't want to. He's lazy. And as I said, he's never had much of a job, a laborer here and there. That's it. Because he's a bum. He's a bum, and I have known that from day one, that he was a bum. And I knew that the day would come when everybody else would realize that he was a bum too. But he said that he couldn't get disability because Tracy made too much money. Well, that's a lie, Mark, right there. If you're going to lie, at least try to be good at it, because your disability is based on what you've paid in, has nothing to do with what your wife does, has no bearing about how much money she makes. She could make hundreds of thousands of dollars and it would have no bearing on your Social Security disability. None. So that's a lie right there. You keep saying that you're honest and trustworthy. No, you're not. You're one of the biggest liars that's ever come around. You are obsessed with G. You're now encouraging people to type in G's side chat threatening bodily harm. You said, ask Blue Waffles. He said you can say anything in side chats and nothing can be done to you. Well, that's wrong. That is wrong. And if you're dumb enough to believe that, then you go ahead and do it, and you see when the cops come knocking at your door. He also said that coffee enemas cure cancer. Yeah, that's a little health tidbit that he was trying to give somebody. He calls G an e-beggar, but he's the one always begging for money. Isn't that funny? He's talked about how rich he was, but yet he's always begging for money. And then this morning he said that Tracy barely made enough for them to get by. Well, I guess that means you need to cut back. You don't go anywhere and you don't do anything. Sell one of your cars. Let's see. Hmm. Just seeing if I'd missed anything quickly that I had wanted to mention. You're nothing but a bum, Mark. That's it. You're a bum. Your wife lies as much as you do. So anybody that's feeling sorry for Tracy, don't. She's as big of a liar as her husband is. And they are the ones trying to run a scam. Now, I haven't heard yet everything that had gone on between Kimberly Starr and him, but I know it's not going to be good, and I know her feelings were hurt. And Kimberly and I have never had the warm and fuzzies for each other. Um, but I know this: she was ride or die for Mark, and you have lost those women cheerleading for you. And Kimberly, you said that he was kind of acting like he was crying. Well, he was bragging just a few minutes ago about how he had busted you out on some lies. So the video that I was going to put up yesterday, and I just never got around to doing, was to tell you ladies that had been on panels saying that you were done with him, that to be careful, because he is a manipulator, and he will do the tears, he will do the I'm sorries, he will do everything that he possibly can to manipulate you into coming back over there. And you just have to be, just shut it all out, shut it all down. Don't listen to him, because he will do anything and everything. When he thought that he was losing control over there at having a place at first base, he threatened suicide. That man was no more suicidal than anybody else. He just wasn't. It was a lie. He said that to get attention. That's all it was. He keeps saying, I am not a valor thief. Just go and ask Voodoo. Well, no disrespect to Voodoo, but Voodoo's word is not the be all end all. No, you did not use, that we know of, you did not use your, say that you were in the military to get money off people. That's just a technical term, but you absolutely lied and said that you were in the military. And that is very offensive to anybody who has been in the military or who has a family member that has. Now, this dumbass, when I called him out on it earlier today, he said, at least I tried to join. Did you? Well, no, I didn't. I most certainly did not. Is that the only comeback that you can come back to? I seriously doubt I would have even been tall enough to have gotten into the military. But that is certainly something that anybody would horse laugh about me about, because I am as girly as they come. That is just not anything that I would have ever done. Not my cup of tea, but you know what? I sure as hell supported someone who did. And no, I don't mean supported financially, but every time he had to go, every time that he went on, things for anything for work, I was always supporting him. Always. So until you've done something like that, see, you said you couldn't get in. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, because you are a weak nothing of a man. You get off on sitting there telling people, like you said, you just flip people off because you're so big and bad. You're nothing, is what you are. You don't have PTSD. You are eat up with the diabetes, is your biggest problem. If your mouth is moving, you're lying. And you know what? I will continue outing you as long as I want to. I don't care that you said, Lindy, I'm having a bad day. Can people just lay off of me? No, no, because that's when people need to know about your lies the most. If Noodles wants you to come see him, let Noodles pay for it because it's not anybody else's place to. Just like you were going to use Lolly. People told you that that would never happen, but you were going to use Lolly. Now, I suppose you'll probably start some big crying fest tonight, or my wife's left me because of YouTube. Well, you know what? If she has, that's your own stupidity. You got nobody but yourself to blame for that. Nobody. I would have left your ass too, the way you stay online all the time and don't ever do anything in that house. That woman lies for you. She lies for you. And I have no sympathy for her. None. She should be so ashamed to show her face around here after all the filthy emails and texts and everything that you have sent all these women around here. And the other night, this is how much he respects his wife. He said, I got me some pussy last night, and I also got some of that taint. Now, isn't that a nice way to speak about your wife? I don't know a man down here, not a married man, and most of the single men, that would ever say something like that. You're a pathetic excuse for a man. You really are. A pathetic excuse for a man. But I'm telling you, ladies, what? And anybody else, he will start putting on the manipulation hard. We've seen it. It'll be the crying, I'm going to kill myself. My wife has left me. Boo hoo hoo is what it will be. Because he's desperate and he's going to try to do any single thing that he possibly can to get people back over there. You are a victim of your own creation, Mark. You did this all yourself. And I told you from day one that people would not think kindly about your type of behavior, and you didn't care. So now you get to suffer the consequences for it. I hope everybody opens their eyes to you because you're nothing but a lying piece of crap. That's it. That's all you are. You're not good for business. You're not the best thing ever. You're not any of those things. You're not. And you know what? If Tracy really left you, it would be the best move she's ever made in her life because she is not going to be free until she's free from you. You've probably always brought her down. I know you damn sure don't spend any time with those boys of yours. You haven't mentioned a time this year that y'all have spent any time together, and you're online every day. Every single day. You think that this is so important. It's not. It's not. Not when you've got a wife and a family. You're the one not working, and you're the one that should have the meal cooked for her when she comes home from work. But no, you don't get off that sofa all day long. You are a disgusting individual. And I hope and pray, just like you prayed for Holly Undead's RV to burn to the ground, that people have their eyes opened about you. Because you're about the worst thing that's ever passed in around here in a long, long time.